technically I identify as Tongan Māori, but my Tongan side isn't strong. In terms of language and tikanga, and yeah, I don't really know too much. I kind of keep it at arm's length because there's, I don't know, a sense of mistrust. My dad, that's where I get my Tongan side. He left my mum when I was 6 months old. A lot of feeling like I missed out on a lot of things, or growing up in poverty and watching my mum raise us kids by herself, thinking it'll come back and just doesn't.
He doesn't really know us.
My son even said that, like yeah, he lives far, but a phone call's free. Like, why can't he just call? I was like, yeah, I pātai pai tēnā.
He aha tau e whawhai nei. Kia wareware, kia maumahara rānei. Ko te whakamana, ko te whakarere rānei. Ko te whakapātari wehi, ko te oma rānei. I ahu mai tō rira ihia. I ahu mai I o whiako. Ka taia rānei e koe, te panoni I tō huarahi, ki te waihanga mai, he anamata pai ake mōu.
People get into fighting for a lot of different reasons. I started Muay Thai because I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be fit. Like I could protect myself, not to be scared of things. I was just at Les Mills. I saw this hot guy holding pads, and then there was this badass lady like hitting pads. So I joined, and it turns out the hot guy was the trainer. And that's now my partner. It was real cute because I kind of knew that he liked me, and then he texted the trainer and he was like, if there's odd numbers, I'll partner up with Hine. I used to thrive on this whole competitiveness. Being in control and being strong. And then I got a head injury, really bad actually. This guy pulled my neck down really, really hard, and then he swept me on the ground, and then my head whiplashed on the mat. My brain did a big shake and I was concussed really bad. I couldn't function, I couldn't look at screens. I was just in bed a lot of the time with headaches, massive headaches. I asked the doctor, and he said that if I wanted to look after my own health and my brain, that he wouldn't recommend me fighting ever again, or even taking any more knocks to the head. This one likes pizza. He thinks he wants it, but we haven't given it to him. Pepe. Tony was there. I had his support. Just seeing my Tony without Pepe. Oh, it's cool. I didn't grow up having that dad around. And it's not, for him it's normal. Like, I thank him for all the things that he does. He's like, shush, man. This is how it's meant to be. He's just cool.
Oh, my darling. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing.
For ages, I always thought I fit the mold of being a high school dropout because I dropped out at 16. I knew I wanted to do something in education, so I thought I'd be a teacher. When I got into uni and I saw the actual bigger issues, I knew that just teaching one class, you know, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change the actual problems.
I know, mama yo puni.
I want to be a professor, so I'm teaching the university students who are going into education. With my PhD, it's figuring out how can we share our stories so that you will listen and not consume it, but you will actually change something. Fighting in the ring gave me strength and autonomy over myself, but fighting the education system, it's more meaningful. I'm in the midst of all this mahi. There's a lot of it, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. My close people, they help me see it. That's how I know that I'm growing. I'm just excited. There's work to do afterwards, and it's positive work, it's happy stories, it's change, it's overcoming obstacles. It's not the sad stories, you know. It can start with sad stories, but it's what are we doing about them? It's inspiring. Like, it's all worth it. Yeah.
Ka wātea koe e ētahi wheako hou, mēnā ka whakarerea nā wheako o mua. I tīhorea e koe nā au pēhitanga I whirinaki ai ki a koe, e tāmoi ana I a koe. E ko himu ana I tō taringa heti tō mana. Engari mō tēnā, kei tua kē atu. Mā ēnei mōhiotanga ka huri tō huarahi, hei huarahi whakaumu.
Thank you for poking at the screen. Come on, Tom.
Here's my baby, Tommy.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy, look at the camera, Tommy. Tommy. Hey.
Hello.
Growing up, I was quite a shy kid. I'm naturally pretty introverted. My dad is Cook Island, and my mum's Māori. I was lucky enough to grow up around my nan on my mum's side. She makes bomb feeds. Yeah, it's probably one of the standout things for her. Then on my dad's side, we weren't as close with my nana and papa, them being like Cook Island and us not really knowing anything about that side of us. Not only the language, but the whole tradition. We didn't learn any of that growing up. It was kind of like a disconnect in terms of like showing love and stuff like that. My parents brought us up mainly on my taha Māori. Grew up through whakapapa, kohanga reo, always at the marae, doing all those kind of things. I always just called myself Māori, just because that's all I knew.
Me pēhea tō turaki I o wehi me te wete I nā here o ake rangiruatanga. I a koe e kaue ana I tō ake motuhaketanga. Me rapu koe I te māia ihea, kia hurumutu ai te huna, kia pōhiritia kē tō kitea.
Thomas Pakoti tōku ingoa. Rotukau tahi tōku Pākehē no here taunga ahau. Ko kahirana ki te maunga, ko ngā riro te awa. Ko tākitume te waka, ko mihiro te marae. Ko Ngāti Kahungunu te iwi, ko Ngāti Mihiro te hapu. No te matawa Māui ahau. Hey my boy, you alright? Even though I was a shy kid, I loved, entertaining or, making people laugh. One of my sisters would get me and my brother to just stand in front of her, and she made us have a competition so who can make her laugh the hardest, and we'd just be in front of her like dancing and being all silly. And then growing up, going through high school, I came out of my shell a bit more, taking more opportunities to be out of my comfort zone. I decided to upload a bit more on social media, like more of myself, speaking a lot more to people that follow me. So when TikTok came around, I thought there was a good opportunity to double down on that.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last. Don't forget to turn the potatoes off when you leave.
TikTok was just a platform to express my funny side, just personal experience stuff people can relate to. I find does pretty well, picked up a bit of a following, and at the moment my most popular video is me acting like a dad. He's got the yellow high vis on, he comes in his room and he sees his son's like having a bad day, but he's not real confident in comforting his son, so he's real just awkward.
Hey, Mum told me that you didn't have the best day today at school. Yeah, it's no good, eh?
Yeah, that has come from personal experience. Growing up, my dad would do that a lot, and I knew a lot of people would relate to that, so...
You want Dad to give anyone a holiday? No, that'd be naughty.
Little behind the scenes of the old TikToks. Growing up, I was always quite on the bigger side. I was always quite a chubby kid. I got to high school, I had a little foot injury, I just packed on a bunch of weight. I got to my heaviest, which was like 150 kgs. I was probably 16 at the time. There was just no confidence at all, just at my lowest, most shy point I've ever been at. That affected me socially, even just around my family. Kept to myself, didn't talk much. I kept saying it to myself, you're just awkward, man, why are you so awkward? How you think others are viewing you affects your self-esteem heaps. So the definitive moment where I decided to change was around October 2016. Having something to strive for keeps me motivated. So I dropped 50 kgs. It's really important to feel good in yourself, doing things you enjoy. I really do love making people laugh, and just the feeling you get when you know you've brought some positivity to some people's day.
Ma te whai āhurutanga I tō kere, me te tītai I nā wāhanga o kaore I te hāngai, ka waikanai tō Māori.
Camera's rolling. I don't think I've talked about this to anyone, let alone strangers, no offense. I'm born and raised in Pōrero. I used to have panic attacks when I went to Wellington, the city. You get these looks of disgust. Old people, I think you know what I'm talking about, staring at me with this hate in their eyes. What the hell did I do to you? The browner your skin, the more you'll know what I'm talking about. When you experience racism, especially as a kid, you start questioning whether they're right or not. You lose all your self-esteem. You wonder why they dislike you, simply because you exist. Can you find the carrot?
Yeah.
Being called a bunga and you're a kid, you don't really know what those words mean. And when you're being called this by other kids, I don't think they really know what it means either. People running down your culture all the time makes you ashamed of it.
He aha koe whakaiti iho ai a koe anō. Hei pare I te tirohanga a tangata kē atu. Whakamoi ai I te kura oroto I nā kona whakaaro o tangata kē. Whakamā ana I nā koa himuhimu a ua kōauma. He aha whakakewahia ai tō hana I te hunga whakaaro whāiti kaore I te paku mōhio ki a koe.
My name is Leon Hoepa. My mum's from Te Aroa, Riparoa, and my dad's from Ngāpuhi. Art, for me, it's very therapeutic. The reason I wanted to study Māori art in particular, I was all about tattoos at that time in my life. Tāmoko, but also portraits. Drawing their face, playing the music that they used to listen to. All these memories start flooding back. You're bringing them to life for a second. I think that's why I started doing tutorials. I want other people to experience that. The big thing about being an artist, a professional artist, is if you want to do it every day, you're gonna have to find a way to make a living from it. That's where you need to really get creative. I have a website that I sell art prints on, portrait commissions. I do murals for Kiwi Rail, walls along the track that gets tagged along. Most of my life, I struggled with anxiety. Through my teenage years and my adult years, it was crippling for a long time. It was tough to get out of bed. It was tough to do anything. I was self-medicating. And that first sip would calm me down. But the problem with that is now you have to keep drinking, because if you stop, the benefits stop. It got to a point where it wasn't fun. But I went and I only had one session of therapy and my anxiety was gone. I didn't have the need to drink again. But I didn't. I just stopped. I realized then, who cares if they don't like the look of you? They don't know you. I don't want to sound like, quit drinking, your life will be amazing. It might not, but for me anyway, the amount of time that I have to do a lot of things that I talked about doing, when I was drunk, but now I can actually do it. Spending time with my kids every day. Having a constant mood. I don't have to rely on anything to make me feel good. I'm appreciative of what I do have. My health. I'm not laid over the toilet every morning. Yeah, for me, it was definitely the best thing I've ever done.
Whakawātea ia koe anō nā whakawhiu a tangata kē atu. Kātahi koe ka kite, kaore o rātou whakaaro e whakātai ia koe. Kaore o pānga ki a waiake, kaore e kite i tō mura. Mā tēnei māramatanga ka tiu tō hinengaro me te wairua.